if I begin to talk about patterns and structures of tribes of people, one of the worst people are Igbos. When I say worse, many of them, you know, Yoruba people, they respect their king. They can lie down. And that's why they have great kings in Yoruba land. You go to Edo State, you see Oba of Benin. You go to the north, you hear about Sultan of Sokoto. But in Igbo land, you don't have any such, no revered king in Igbo land as a whole. No revered king that if you come out to say, hey, this, and it will be that. No, if he says, you will see a billionaire that will challenge him. You know, majority of the Igbo people believe in their money. When the Igbo talk, I say, Keyona, Kego Nekongwe, Ojiego. Are you sure you are hearing me?
Yes, sir.
They are one of the worst people when it comes to honor. Yoruba, they will dobale. Hausa, when they see their king, they will lie down. They see someone greater, they will lie down, Rankadede, and all of that. Igbo. Hold on, you didn't hear the name SUV, Okwote Keneze. You know the meaning of Okwote Keneze? That means the one that stands to greet the king. That means if they go there, they will shake the king. You see people like Obasanjo president, when they go to Oni of Ife. Have you seen the video where Obasanjo prostrated? And Obasanjo is senior to Oni of Ife by age. But Obasanjo knows that you cannot fight an institution. It's not just Oni sitting on that throne, it's deity sitting on that throne.
Yes, sir.
You all have heard what that fake pastor from Igbo land said. His name is Chris Okafor. Now let's start analyzing those things that he said. He said that Yoruba people respect their kings. They can lie down, and that's why they have great kings in Nigeria. He said that there is no revered king in Igbo land as a whole. So because Igbo people don't lie down for their king, it now means that Igbo don't have respect for their king, right? In Igbo culture and tradition, it is forbidden for an Igbo person to bow down to anybody. In Igbo culture and tradition, we don't bow down for our kings. We don't lie down for our kings. We forbid it in Igbo land. We stand to greet our king. That is Igbo culture and tradition. If you are greeting our parents and elders in Igbo land and you are lying down, they will tell you to stop lying down. That you can only do that for your chi, not for your fellow human being. But these fake pastors from Igbo land, pastors will say, they want to make Igbo people develop that habit of lying down to greet people. Then they tell our Igbo people to they lie down, to they worship human being. In Igbo culture and tradition, we only worship our chi. When we make declarations, we call on our chi. And you are expecting us to bow down to a human being because of position. There is nothing like a central king in Igbo land. In Igbo land, we don't have anything called central king. Our kings in Igbo land are not seen as God. We don't worship them, but we respect them. I stand and they greet my king. Not me say I not get respect for my king. He said that Obasanjo bowed down for the Oni of Ife when he saw the Oni of Ife. Even when he's older than the Oni of Ife, he bowed down for the Oni of Ife. When Peter Edochie met the Oni of Ife, he stood up and shook the hand of Oni of Ife. Yeah, and the Oni of Ife not be mates. The first son of Peter Edochie senior the Oni of Ife, they not be mates. Your culture is your culture. You keep it to yourself. You don't force it on Igbo people. You want to make oracle Peter Edochie alongside the juggle power where we dey see with our eye. make he bow down to the Ooni of Ife. We Igbos that don't bow down to deities, they want us to bow down for human being. If we cannot bow down to a deity, who be human being for we to bow down to? Nze also for Igbo land, they don't bow down to anybody. The chiefs in Aguleri, they don't bow down to Ezeri. But they respect him a lot. The way they greet him is a great respect to him. If you come in the land, our Onotukus, our Onotwane, they don't bow down to Jokpaluku. Because in Igbo culture, Igbos don't bow. Power. And that is why we are the greatest tribe in Africa. The number one tribe in Africa is in the Igbo. The power of Igbo nation is our unity. Not the central king. If you get anything that they do for national level, Obi of Onitsha, they go represent. Talk about the number one kings for Igbo land. Obi of Onitsha did that place. We are not talking about the age of the existence of that throne. We are talking about the importance of that throne. The role where that throne don't play for Igbo nation. Igbo. That word means that Igbo people don't have a central king that controls them. That is the meaning of that word. It's our culture. You people should stop forcing Yoruba and Bini culture on we Igbo people. It will never work. We will never allow that thing to happen. Stop forcing us to bow. He said that if Hausa people see people that are greater than them, that they lie down for that person. Now that lying down, I make Hausa land have so many Alamajiri today because all of them, they lie down, they bow down. May they feel collect change from Alaji. In Igbo land, we don't bow down. That's why we don't beg. We work smart to survive. We work hard to survive. And that is why we are the richest nation in Africa. In Igbo land, there is a greeting that we greet, which is Okpala Keze. The oldest man is bigger than a king. Every king for Igbo land, if they see the oldest man for their community, the oldest man not the greeting, and then they greet him. Because they know what Okpaluku means. You expect Okpaluku to bow down for a king, to lie down for a king. Pastor Chris Okafor, you don't have sense. You don't have sense. I thought they pity all those you remember when not the reason. As you they talk, nobody feels stand up there and say, this is the way they talk now. It's against Igbo culture. You are going to the wrong direction. No, they're not going to talk like that. Because they don't program themselves, say, anything where their fake pastor tell them not true. Nigeria is a failure today because of religion. They go there for mosque, they destroy their brain for naught. They go still there for South here, they destroy the brain of our people for inside church. Just imagine, instead of making research to know what you are preaching to your gullible followers, una go come online, they drag Igbo, because if you drag Igbo, you go trend. Igbo, be careful whenever you are around these fake pastors. As Yoruba people get fake pastors now, so fake pastors still dey Igbo land. If they want trend, they go take Igbo the trend. Yeah, people. During colonialism, the British couldn't colonize Igbo. And that's because if they enter Igbo communities, they not get king for them. Now, Paluku system that they practice. So it was hard for them to colonize them. They found out that Igbo people believe in unity. They work with unity. They agree before they take any action in their community. And that was why the British brought divide and rule. To divide the people, to separate the people, to cause confusion. That is the reason why identity crisis is existing in Igbo land today. In the past, cultures and tradition where we say, if we dey do am for Nema, Southeast people they come. If they do for Southeast, we they go. British separated everything. That is why identity crisis is still existing to date. Yoruba people bow down to the Ooni of Ife. Bini people bow down to the Oba of Bini. Leave it for them. That is their culture and their tradition. Stop forcing those culture and tradition on we Igbo people. It will never work. In Igbo land, those cultures are sacrilege. They are abominable. We forbid it. He said that in Igbo land, a king will talk, and you will see someone that have money will say, how much does that king have? He said that in Igbo land, you will see people write in the plate number of their car, Okwoto Ekineze. Say those people do that kind of thing. You're not supposed to take them, they generalize Igbo nation. They talk, say we not get respect. We Igbos, we respect our kings so much. In Igbo culture, we don't bow. In Igbo land, there's an adage that says, if deity start to misbehave, we go show them wood where they take cover. How you go expect people when they say they get this kind of adage for their land to bow down for human being. People that cannot bow down to a deity, how you think say they go bow down for human being? The biggest position in this Igbo land is Okpaluku, the oldest man in the community. If you come to land, Okpaluku we dey get. If Okpala talk, you don't talk. And the word of the Okpala na what the community agreed upon. What the community talk say, now this thing they want to, Okpaluku will declare say, this is what we want. He don't talk, he don't talk. No one goes against it because that is the word of the majority. One person don't make law in Igbo land. It's the duty of the majority. Now wetin majority talk, they happen. And that is why Igbo nation is stronger. Oba of Benin they travel, come out for in kingdom. Onya Fife they travel, come out for in kingdom. Sultan of Sokoto they travel, come out for in kingdom. Okpaluku does not travel. Position where we say once you enter that position, you don't travel. You stay in your community till you die. That is a deity. That is an oracle. We dey see our Okpaluku as deity because na deity be. So when our own deity they travel, Yoruba deity only if they travel. If deity travel come out, who go come they watch the community? That's why we call our Okpaluku Okpaluku, the biggest, the eldest, the most powerful. Yet we don't bow to the Okpaluku because that is not our culture. If the governor of Delta State enter Okwane land, call conference, say he wants to make traditional rulers come, he will not see one Okpaluku there. What he will see is delegates representing the Okpaluku. That is how we do in Okwane land. Since the ancient times, Okpaluku not the travel, and delegates we descend. Is that not respect? Now till we bow down, I be saying that respect. Fake pastors everywhere. They don't know anything. You don't use other people's culture as a means to insult in the Igbo. Allow people to practice their culture. Allow we Igbos to practice our culture. Our king in Igbo land is Igwe. Majority power. That is why we Igbo people, we are doing everything possible to make sure that Igbo nation unites so that when we speak, what we say we stand. Other tribes in Nigeria knows that Igbo nation don't have a central king like the Colonial and Oba of Benin. What we have in Igbo land is Igwe. That is why other tribes are fighting Igbo unification, spreading propaganda to make sure that the indigenous Igbos in the south does not join the southeast. If Igbo nation unites, if we sit down, agree on something, talk say that this thing we want, once we declare that thing, Nigeria government go hear us. They go do that thing for us because we said that thing in unity. That is Igbo culture. One person don't make decision in Igbo land. We Igbos, we are not telling other tribes to stop bowing down to their king because we don't say that their culture be that. Live and let's live. Observe your culture, now your culture. Allow us to observe our own culture. In Igbo land, we forbid to bow down to anybody. All these pastors, they too like that worship. So they lie down, they greet them, they worship them, they sweet them. If you be Christian, you they call your pastor daddy, just don't say your own done they finish. If you see your pastor, call him pastor. When you start to they call him daddy, the next thing now na to they bow down for him. You go see your pastor, you go kneel down. Instead of you to they kneel down to an altar for church, say that place now on a sacred place. You go see pastor for where you go market, you go kneel down, greet him. You go lie down, greet him. Worshiping your fellow human being. You dey tell Igbo nation, the ancient Igbo nation, the oldest tribe in Nigeria, to dey bow down to human being. You want to make Nzedozo for Southeast start to dey bow down, they greet their king. Also title holder, make you bow down to a fellow human being. It's not possible. We forbid it in Igbo land. Come and normal land, all this our community we get Obi, we don't bow down to our Obi. When we see them, we greet them, we respect them. If we dey with our Obi like this, we dey happy, we dey laugh together. Because our Obi are not absolute. Go Benin Kingdom, the Oba is absolute. Whether he dey right or he dey wrong, they go support them. We don't do that in Igbo land. Just imagine, small boy of yesterday just enter altar. Because I say they deceive people, government just they keep una quiet. If to say in a country where they say government they work, all those you are arranging miracle where they do, they're supposed to arrest you, lock you up for jail. But because I say deceive the people, tell them say na wish they disturb them. Tell them say their problem is their ancestors. Now be waiting government they tell them. That's why pastors go, they deceive people, they do arrange miracle. Government go they say, and government not go arrest them because they know say what pastors are doing are to be deceiving people. Instead of to tell the people, say, government's in our problem because they are not providing enough for the people. They are not bringing good policies that will favor the people. Now, what the pastors supposed to do? But instead, they are busy saying irrelevant things on their altar. If not for country where we say government, they work. All these pastors supposed to jail by now. Now, so the other idiot from me when I work on the same pastor, they thought that if I put say, Igbo people, we do pass ourselves. We do like say, now we know pass. Say, the word are that where we call first daughter for Igbo land. We adopted it from Igala. Say, bid where we they wear for Igbo land. We adopted it from Bini. And after we countered him, after Igbo nation countered this boy, he came out and started apologizing. You they come your pulpit, they talk rubbish, they deceive those your gullible members without making research to confirm what you are telling them. You say things without evidence. Imagine say that that way they call first daughter, say na borrow, we borrow that word. Be where we they wear for Igbo land before Oduduwa, the father of Yoruba people, was born. Oduduwa is an 1100 figure. The Bruce works in Igbo was dated to be 900 AD figure, which is 1,200 years ago. Oduduwa is just 1,000 years ago. That time, Bini Kingdom is not in existence because the grandson of Oduduwa, called Oromia, gave birth to the first Oba of Bini. Some of these our Igbo sons and daughters, they hate Igbo nation because they want to please the enemies of Igbo nation. They will just come out and say rubbish about Igbo nation to get church followers from those places. I don't blame them. Mumuna, so they burn them. You be Igbo person, you go come out online. Say you be pastor, you go come out for pulpits, they talk bad about Igbo nation. They speak against Igbo culture and tradition where we say our ancestors passed it down to we their generation. You can't make we tell our children, say, make we bow down to king. Fair. We will never allow such a thing to happen. We have great kings in Igbo land. We have Ezeri. We have Ezenri. We have the Obi of Onitsha. We have the Eze of Arochukwu. And so many others. You think that to they lie down, they greet king, that make them great. All these political kings where they for Nigeria. Kings that cannot speak up for their people. Kings that cannot call Tinubu to order. Herdsmen are killing Yoruba people. How many times Colonial people don't talk about them? Herdsmen are killing Bini people. How many times Oba Bini don't talk about them? You think say na to dey for that position where he did? Say Nigeria recognize you as first class king. Make what go happen. In Igbo land, every Igbo man is a king in his house. You don't expect someone that is a king in his house to bow down to another person. We forbid it. Britain fear Igbo nation today is because we don't have a central king. White people fear Igbo nation today is because we don't have a central king that they will use to destabilize Igbo nation. We have our opinions. If we go Ogbaluku Palace, we say our opinion. We deliberate before Ogbaluku says the final decision. That is Igbo culture and tradition. Igbo nation, be careful around all these pastors. As Yoruba gets fake pastors, Igbo land gets fake pastors also. Our culture is the best. We don't bow down to anybody. Anybody who won't bow down for your own tribe, make it go bow down. In Igbo land, we forbid it. He come like they thought say Igbos are the worst tribe in Nigeria because we don't bow down to kings, idiots. He share Wale.